On the local economic front, exports continue to shrink, causing an economic slowdown. That's according to the Green Book for the fifth month in a row. Our Moon Hye-ryeon has a roundup of the latest economic conditions.
May saw a continued slump in ICT exports, but slowing price hikes have boosted consumer sentiment. The Ministry of Economy and Finance announced through its latest economic green book on Friday that the country experienced an economic slowdown for the fifth month in a row. It cited global economic uncertainties as a result of the prolonged war in Ukraine as affecting the country's exports. These fell by over 15% compared to May last year as a result of the slump in the tech industry. Outbound shipments of semiconductors fell year-on-year by 36% and those for computers by nearly 60%. This resulted in a trade deficit of $2.1 billion in May, marking the 15th month in a row in which the country has logged a trade deficit. However, the trade crisis is showing signs of letting up, with a deficit amount decreasing for 5 straight months.
Data released by the National Tax Service this week for the first 10 days of June shows that exports during that period rose by 1.2% year-on-year, and the daily average slowly increased compared to last month.
The current balance also recorded a $790 million deficit, while the goods account entered into the red for the first time in 7 months in April. The ministry reported that domestic demand was showing signs of a recovery, as were consumer and business sentiment. The consumer and business sentiment indexes both recorded increases in May, prompted by slowing price hikes. Increases in consumer prices continue to decline. These rose by 3.3% on year, whereas April saw a higher rise of 3.7%. Price hikes have been falling for 5 months now, with global oil prices dropping as well as food prices. Even excluding these more volatile categories, prices saw a 3.9% increase over the last 12 months. The government plans to focus its efforts on continuing to reduce consumer prices in the coming months and rejuvenating exports and domestic demand in the second half of the year. Moon Hye-ryeon, Arirang News.